Pooh Shiesty case takes another major turn after federal court filing. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The federal case involving Pooh Shiesty has taken another unexpected turn, and this latest development has people across the internet talking. New court filings reportedly reveal additional details about evidence prosecutors say they have collected, including claims involving recovered digital footage and witness testimony. Now, before we get into it, remember that these are allegations discussed in court filings. Like anyone facing criminal charges, Pooh Shiesty is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in court. With that out of the way, things are becoming increasingly complicated. The trial, which was originally expected to begin much sooner, has now been pushed back after the defense requested additional time to review an enormous amount of discovery material. According to reports, prosecutors turned over roughly 96 gigabytes of evidence and around 14,000 pages of documents. That's a massive amount of information for any legal team to examine. The delay means Pooh Shiesty will remain in custody while his attorneys continue preparing for trial. And that's only the beginning. One of the biggest surprises came when attorney Brad Cohen withdrew from representing Pooh Shiesty. Cohen, who has represented several high-profile artists throughout his career, publicly stated that his decision to step away should not be interpreted as a sign that the defense case is weak. He even suggested that, from his perspective, prosecutors still had significant questions to answer regarding the evidence. At one point, Cohen argued publicly that investigators had not produced several pieces of physical evidence he believed would strengthen the government's case. According to him, investigators had not presented the alleged contract, jewelry, firearms, or certain video evidence that had been widely discussed. For many supporters of Pooh Shiesty, those comments created optimism that the defense might have a strong argument heading into trial. But recent court filings appear to paint a different picture. Federal prosecutors now claim they possess additional digital evidence connected to the investigation, including what they describe as recovered cell phone recordings. According to the government's filing, the footage allegedly captures moments connected to the events under investigation. If prosecutors are ultimately able to authenticate that material in court, it could become one of the most closely watched pieces of evidence in the entire case. The government also argues that deleting files from a phone does not necessarily eliminate them permanently. Modern forensic investigators are often able to recover deleted digital evidence depending on the device, backups, cloud storage, and other technical factors. Whether that evidence is ultimately admitted at trial and how much weight a jury gives it remains to be seen. That's where this case becomes especially interesting. Public opinion can shift overnight when new court documents are released, but courtroom outcomes depend on what evidence is actually admitted, challenged, and tested during trial, not simply what's alleged in filings. So today we're breaking down exactly what prosecutors are claiming, what the defense has argued so far, and why this case has suddenly become one of the most talked about federal cases involving a major rap artist. Let's get into it. At the end of the day, this case is far from over. Right now, we're hearing claims from prosecutors, arguments from the defense, and details from court filings, but the final outcome will ultimately be decided in court. Until then, it's important to remember that allegations are not the same as a conviction, and everyone involved is entitled to due process. With the trial still ahead, there's a good chance more documents, motions, and evidence will become public over the coming months. If that happens, you already know we'll be here breaking it all down and separating the headlines from what's actually happening in the courtroom. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the latest court filings? Do you think the government's case is getting stronger, or do you believe the defense will be able to challenge this evidence at trial? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Just remember to keep the discussion respectful. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more updates on the biggest stories in hip-hop, the music industry, and the courtroom, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.